Hey team, welcome back. Mr. Scott here with another math review. Today is Friday. You've made it to the end of the week. Let's get started. If you don't have a pencil and paper, you're going to need to get that now. Don't worry about having this page. You don't need that. You just need your own blank paper. Or if you're working in a notebook that has lines, that's great too. I'm going to read it, then you need to do it. Here we go. Number 1, Miss Adujemfi read 55 pages on Monday, 145 pages on Tuesday, and 238 pages on Wednesday. How many pages did she read in all? All right, team, let's do this. I need you to smash that pause button, do that work by yourself, and then come on back. We'll check it together. Pause now. Okay, here we go. Now, she read 55 pages, Miss Adujemfi, then jumped up to 145, and then finally wrapped up with 238. This must have been a really good book. So, we need to take all of those numbers, and we need to add them together in order to find our answer. Now, I know that in BC, and definitely in UMass, Miss Dixon and I have always taught our students not to stack up a gigantic algorithm. We're not going to work with all three of these numbers. No. We're going to add two of them together, take that answer, and add it to the 238. Let's do an algorithm to solve this first part. We're going to put the biggest number on top, which is 145. We're going to stack 55 neatly underneath in the tens place and the ones place. Speaking of the ones place, here we go. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0 in the ones place. Regroup a 10 to the tens place. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus another 5 is 10 again. We are going to regroup that, and we get 200. 200, but guess what? I need to add that number to our next number, 238. Now, I could use an algorithm, I could use base 10 blocks, I could use a number line, but you know what, my friends? There's no regrouping here, and we're at the point with our mental math skills that we can actually solve this in our heads. Let's use place value and help us out. 0 plus 8 is 8. In the tens place, 0 plus 3 is 3. And then finally, 2 plus 2 is 4, and the answer is 438. Now, for our solution sentence, please make sure that you are showing Miss Adujemfi the respect that she deserves by spelling her name correctly. Miss Adujemfi read 438 pages in all. All right, did you get 438 as well, my friends? Well done, you. Let's continue. About how long is a new pencil? Now, when they say new, I'm thinking they mean unsharpened. So think about how long a brand new pencil is unsharpened. Is it 7 miles? Is it 7 yards? Is it 7 centimeters? Or is it 7 inches? You know what to do, guys. Hit the pause button now. Answer that question. Come on back and see me. We'll see if you got the right answer. Pause. All right, let's take a look. 7 miles. Now, miles is a unit that is used to measure the distance from one place to one place, sometimes one city to a different city that's far away. So this, of course, is too long. There's no way you would ever have a pencil that's 7 miles. Even 7 yards. Now, again, the number is not changing. It's 7 here, so the important part is to think about the units, 7 yards, a yardstick is very long. 7 of those put together, I'm sorry, that is still too long. What about 7 centimeters, guys? When you looked at that, did you think that was right? Centimeters are those teeny tiny, the space in between my finger and my thumb, those teeny tiny units that we used in the beginning of the year when we measured really short things such as eyelashes or the tip of your pencil. No. This is too short. 7 centimeters would be one teeny tiny pencil. No. 7 inches, however, you guessed it. If all of these are incorrect, it's like Goldilocks. That one's too hot, that one's too cold. This one is just right. So not only am I going to put an arrow next to it, I know that I've got the right answer. I'm going to circle it just like that. Let me fold my paper. We can move on to number 3. Number 3 is a money question, team. Here's what it says. There were 5 dimes, 4 quarters, 8 nickels, and 13 pennies in the drawer. What is the total amount of money in the drawer? You know what to do, everybody. Hit the pause button. Answer that question on your own. Come on back and see me. Pause now. All right, here we go. Now, there's lots of different strategies that you can use. If you're still having difficulty with money, don't worry. Just draw out all those coins and do a running total underneath. However, we do have another way that we can do this. If I think about the value of each one of these coins, I can then write down that total. For example, 5 dimes is 5 tens, and that's 50. I know that right away. 4 quarters gives me $1. That's 25, 50, 75, 100. I better cross them off to make sure I remember that I'm done with those ones. 8 nickels. Nickels are 5s. Let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 cents. And then finally, I've got 13 pennies. That's 13 ones, and 13 ones has a value of 13. Now, I could absolutely, at this point, use a number line, base 10 blocks. I could even use an algorithm to add these numbers together. But you know what? There's no regrouping here, so I think we can use mental math. Let's do this. We start off in the ones place. 0 plus 0 is 0 plus 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3 in the ones place. In the tens place, we have 5 plus 4 plus 1. That is going to mean we have to regroup, and we'll get another 100. 100 plus the other one is 200. And there we have it, my friends. We've got 203 cents. I could also put $2. Got to make sure you just put your decimal point in. If you're having difficulty with the decimal point, you don't know where to put it, don't worry about that. I would stick with just writing down that this is 203 cents. No problem there. This is a number story. It needs a solution sentence. The total is 103 cents. Feeling really confident about that one. Let's move on to number 4. Write the following number in standard form. We have 8 million plus 70,000 plus 300 plus 7. Now I'm going to warn you, you're going to need some zeros here, so be thinking very carefully about how you can take that number and put it all back together again. Hit the pause button now. Do that work. Here we go. You may remember from a couple of days ago, we thought very carefully about what is the biggest number, the number that has the most digits. In this case, it's this one. 8 million is 7. 7. Count them. 7 little ace value places. That's an awful lot, but there they are. It goes 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, one more for the millions place. Now I can take these numbers and slot them into where they belong. 8 goes here in the millions place, like so. 70,000. Now that's going to go in the 10,000s place. I'm going to put a 7 right there. Next we've got 300, so 3 goes in the hundreds place and 7 ones in the ones place. But you know you can't leave it like this. I'm going to write zeros in all of the other place value places that are missing. Our answer is 8,070,307. Last question for today, my friends. Here's what it says. Write the following number in words. I'm going to read it, then I need you to pause and write it. 578,009. Hit the pause button now. Write down that number in words. Pause it. And we're back. So we start off and we have the 5. Now listen, you're going into 3rd grade, guys. You really need to make sure that you can spell these words correctly. 100 has the word red in it. 578,000. You write the word thousand when you see the comma, just like you say the word thousand when you're reading and you see the comma. 578,000, thousand. 9. Now that sounds a little funny, isn't it? But there's no hundreds and there's no tens. 578,009. And we're done. Let's take a quick review. To begin with, we had a problem that asked us to add up a bunch of numbers together. We took the first 2 numbers, added them, and then added the final number, got our solution sentence. We thought really carefully about the units that we saw here for question number 2. We knew that 7 miles was too long for a pencil, but that 7 inches for a brand new pencil was just right. Then we had some money questions here. We thought very carefully about how much each one is worth. When we had those totals, we can add them together to find our answer. We wrote it in cents because sometimes the decimal point could be confusing when you're writing out in dollars. For this next problem, we had expanded form. We thought carefully about which number was the biggest, and we made ourselves a place value chart, and then we slotted in those numbers. Finally, when it came to writing the number in words, we read the number very carefully, read it first time, and then wrote it down correctly. And that's it from me, my friends. You just need to get on and answer those exit ticket questions. Can't wait to see your work, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.